Hello and welcome back to the channel. So yeah, I went to Games Expo last weekend, picked up more than I probably should have, including Liberty Prime from the Modiphius stand. So let's have a look at him and let's get him painted. So yeah, just having a look, it's a huge amount of resin that goes into this guy. The base itself, absolutely massive. This is it with a standard Super Mutant standing on him, so yeah, he's going to be one hell of a big guy when he's finished. Really good sculpt as normal. That's his head. So again, I mean, look at that. The head alone is nearly the same size as a Super Mutant, so I dread to think if I'll ever be able to use this in an actual game. So anyway, I start by cutting all the pieces off from the sprues. I did have a bit of sanding. There were some mould lines down the front of the pistons and things, so I think I got the most of that. I did unfortunately nick his chin there, but it should be hidden. And then I went ahead and glued them all together. Next step, I just primed him with some rattle can primer. I didn't want to use black, but I actually ran out of the black, so that's why I used brown. And then I went and coated the entire model in silver. This did take quite a bit of time. Next thing I did was painted some colours onto the nukes on his back and the one he's holding, and onto the red rocket sign on the base. Then I took two speed paints. There was a dark silver and a blue, mixed them together and coated the whole model. Then I did a wash over the nukes, and I also highlighted his power cores in the back. I went ahead and painted some of the base up, did some detailing on that. So this is kind of him at this stage. I did a bit more detailing onto the red rocket on the bottom. Did some silver highlights as well, just to show some bare metal underneath. And then began to coat the base. So the main thing, I'm just doing a couple of dry brushes of lighter shades of brown. Yeah, just went over the whole of the base in that. Like I say, I used a couple of different shades. And then I went ahead and did a dark brown wash over the whole of the base. I also did it over the rocky areas, and I do go in afterwards with a sponge and pull off some of the highlights of that so the grey shows through a bit more. Yeah, just finished doing it with this dark brown colour over everything. The next thing I wanted to try, I picked up some of this Green Stuff World Effects paints. I wanted to try a couple of them, so I went with the moss on the rocky areas. So I just stipple it on across the areas. This is actually water-based stuff, so you can dry it off, and then you can either use a bit of water to reactivate it, paint on some more to build up the effect. I have to say I wasn't completely convinced with the moss effect. I I don't know, I think I need to experiment because, like I say, I've never actually used this stuff before. So yeah, I did reactivate it a little bit, try and bring the effect up, but I don't know if I was just using it wrong or what, but the moss I didn't really like, I'll be honest. And the other one out of the kit I used was this yellow oxide. Now, in contrast to the moss, this I actually loved. Again, I ended up stippling it over loads of stuff. I've never actually used the effects paints before. Thought it would be a bit of an experiment there, but it seemed to work quite well. So as you can see, it does a really good rusty effect. I do end up kind of painting over the moss a bit to tone it down quite a lot. So yeah, let's have a look at the finished model. So yeah, that's him in all his glory. Like I say, I did go over the moss a bit, so it's toned it down quite a lot. It's not as bright and in your face. And I cannot say how much I love that Green Stuff World rust effect. I think it really adds a lot to the model. And I'm really happy with my light effects for his power cores and in the eyeglasses. And overall, I think it's an amazing figure. Like I say, don't know if I'll ever get to use him in a game because he's not really a miniature, is he? He's a bigature. So yeah, I had a lot of fun down at Games Expo, picked up a few things. You'll probably see some more of it over the next few weeks as I try and get through painting this, because that's the third year in a row I've gone to Games Expo, and I've actually still got some stuff in my grey pile of shame from the first time I went. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.